All right. That's a big hole. A 10-foot bridge gets bolted here, but we got to get above a little bit. But that P unit is done, leveled, just needs plank. This whole run is complete, just needs plank. That's next. So this is 2 power units and a 62-foot bridge, 10-foot cantilever here, 6-foot cantilever over there. And as we walk down, the only reason we have a 6-foot cantilever here is so we could bear another bridge to this unit. We got a 14-foot power unit over there with a 10-foot cantilever and a 37-foot bearing. So 3 units, 2 bridges, and then a P unit set up for that wall. But as you can see, everything sits on beams. All the legs sit on beams over there. You see the front legs there sitting on beams. And then over here, you can see everything sits on beams. So that's what we got. Everything was set in the air with that crane over there. Beams. And then the tricky part of this one was you only got, I believe it's 2 feet that actually this bridge sits over the building. The other 5 feet overhang the building. I guess maybe I can show you better from here. That's the edge of the building, and I'm standing on the opposite end of it. So this whole bridge and that setup and this cantilever all sit off the edge of the building. So once we get plank on here, we're gonna run these walls up. Then I'm gonna tie the bases into the columns. So far everything looks like it'll hit a column except for this tower. Tie the bases in, and then once we get the wall up a little bit, we'll set another 3 pack of towers on, and we'll tie up there immediately. And yeah, but everything's guardrailed, chained, double checked, bolted, XYZ, yada yada yada. But that is the gist of this setup. Uh, 65-foot or 65-ton crane, RT. Yeah, 65-ton. I did all of this, but has to be relatively, I think the maximum radius was 85 feet was all that was allowed for how heavy our units were and that 62-foot bridge. The 62-foot bridge was heavier than a power unit, 8,500 pounds, I believe. Power unit 7,300. Don't remember what this was. Doesn't really matter because it doesn't weigh as heavy as any of them. This was 5,300, and yeah, 3 pack of towers was 900 pounds, and yeah, that's about all I got for weights. Tie-off points. We'll be putting rebar or these little brackets in here. All these safety rails got bolted down hard. We won't be allowed to open these gates for any reason. The crane will do all the work. setting everything up here. The only thing we'll have to tie off for is climbing the towers. We have a lineman's tie off thing. It's a little, I don't know how to really explain it. It's just a little chain with a big hook on it. That way you can tie it to the end of the tower, like right there around that main vertical tube. And you can stand and have 3 points of tie or contact and be tied off. That way we can unhook the crane and do everything else. I'm not sure how tall we are off the ground. I want to say at least 40 feet. Well, yeah, I would say probably 50 feet, because at the front there, at the main ramp, it's the highest point where you can reach with the lull. Boomed all the way out and over the top of this angle and wire rope guardrail that they have in front here. Hits about a 9 on the boom, so it's about 50 feet at that point from the front here. Obviously you see the stone drops off, so it gets lower. I'm not 100% sure, it varies all the way around, but I'd say tall enough for the lull where the lull can't reach any of this. We have a landing zone there. The lull can reach it, but that's it. This to land boxes, cubes, material, XYZ, but we can't go pretty much any taller than like 4 feet above that slab. So yeah, it'll be 4 or 5 plank wide. It'll be a lot of plank, but it's what it is. And the reason why we're doing 4 or 5 plank here is because we're gonna run the block up to the bottom of this decking. Then it stops. Then we come down, pull 1 plank off, run brick all the way up to the bottom of this decking. Then we pull all the plank off except for 2, run it up, and that angle iron there is the brick ledge, and then we run brick all the way up to the top of the building. There's no block that goes up there. I believe it's steel stud or something of the sorts. And that's all the way around, except for this backside. Actually, I don't really know on that. Can't really answer or have any information on the backside yet. Not for me to know at the moment.